Hello and welcome to Painting with E. Today we are going to do some experimenting with watercolors. I saw an experiment done with watercolor pencils, and the demonstration was the pencils were the cheap pencils versus the expensive pencils, and was it really worth the value of paying more for the pencils? Now, the only reason why I question this is because I had painted or tried some watercolor pencils. I had tried some watercolor pencils, and I put water to them and they did nothing. I mean, it was just like I colored it with colored pencils. Then I bought some more expensive ones and it worked perfectly. So I thought about this and I'm like, hers did work. And you really couldn't tell much difference because she painted the same picture. But I'm like, wait a minute. She's already a great artist. You know, I'm just starting out. So, you know, I think that someone who's very talented could use, you know, a number 2 pencil and make something look great. So I'm doing this for beginners, for people that are just like me, that are like, how much money do I really need to sink into this? And I'm going to tell you that it has been my experience that you don't go with the cheapest, don't go with the most expensive when you're practicing and starting out, but go with something middle of the line. But that's just my opinion, and I'm going to show you what you can do with $5 watercolors. This is from Michael's, $5, and $65 watercolors. This is, you can see the brand because I'm not going to pronounce it. But this came from Amazon and it was about $65. And look at how teeny tiny they are. But you're gonna see the huge difference it made when I actually painted something, so I'm gonna show you. Now that's not to say that you can't paint something nice with the $5 one. You can. It's just that what I noticed is that it is a huge difference when you're painting with quality. So I think that I'm going to go with the thing that I have sold the most of, and that is my hummingbird. So I'm going to try, start out with a little hummingbird, if I can duplicate what I've done in the past, and we'll do it with, and the one I sold was done with the cheap watercolors, just so you know. So like I said, you can do something nice with the watercolor, with the cheap watercolors. It's just going to be so much different with the other watercolors. Okay, so I started out with a green and just a round brush, and just so you can see here what all I did was I dabbed it in. Yeah, that's the green I used, that green right there. Okay, I'm not going to use the green again yet, so I'm going to go with a little bit of purple now. So let's go here. I'm just kind of layering some things on the hummingbird. Same purple. Same purple. Now I'm going to go in with some pink. Next, I'm going to pull in some blue. Blues are my favorite. Blue's always been my favorite color. just so you know, and I'm going to do a deeper color blue next. Just so you know, I am definitely no Bob Ross. Although Bob Ross is how I learned to paint. That was my very first painting lesson, was a Bob Ross lesson. And, you know, I think he's awesome. But I'm going to go back to some purple now. I like to kind of layer it. It took me a long time, many, many years, to experiment outside of the Bob Ross oils, because that was the first thing I learned to paint with, and I thought, he did make painting fun and easy. I mean, I thought, if I can do this, anybody can do it, right? That was definitely what I thought when I did my first Bob Ross. All right, so I'm gonna put just a little bitty eyeball in here. And I might put a couple of more rows of, let me see, maybe another blue. Let's do another blue stripe. Here. And then I'm gonna finish it off with maybe a deep green. Okay, so there is, excuse me, my hummingbird with the $5 watercolor set. Now I'm gonna let this dry for a second.